We're heading to beautiful Sorrento to explore the Italian coastline, visit the ruins of Pompeii, and attempt to hike Mount Vesuvius. If you've seen our channel before, you know that Chris and I do things pretty unconventionally. So this video is about how we explored Mount Vesuvius, Pompeii, and Sorrento, which might be a bit different from what you're expecting. This week, we've rented an apartment in Sorrento so that we can explore this amazing area. Sorrento seems worlds away from the metropolitan city of Naples, but it's actually connected to Naples by the Naples metro system, so it's pretty easy to get to. Sorrento only has a population of about 17,000 people, but because it's a major tourist destination, it has lots of pedestrian streets and alleys with lots of shops and restaurants. We chose to stay here instead of Naples so that we can be in this beautiful area while still being able to get to Pompeii and Vesuvius. Both Pompeii and Vesuvius require advance tickets to enter. The tickets for Vesuvius were sold out many days ahead of time, so we had a different plan to get there instead, which I'll get to later in this video. But we did purchase tickets to enter the ancient city of Pompeii, which was destroyed and preserved in time by the Vesuvius volcanic eruption of 79 AD. The metro stop for Pompeii sits about halfway between Naples and Sorrento. Sorry I didn't film the metro station in Naples that we arrived through yesterday, but Napoli Central is known for organized pickpockets, and I didn't want to be pulling up my phone, get distracted, and make myself an easy target. Another thing to know about the metro is that the trains generally leave the terminals of Naples and Sorrento on time, but they often arrive late. The system only has one track that is shared in both directions in some places, so often your train will have to sit at a station and wait for the oncoming train to arrive before it can leave. For example, our train from Sorrento to Pompeii left on time at 10 a.m. It was supposed to arrive at 10:36 a.m. though, and we actually didn't get in until 10:45 a.m., which is important to know if you have a timed entry ticket for Pompeii. Today we're going to visit the ancient city of Pompeii. I'm a little bit nervous about what we're going to see when we get there and how I'm going to feel, but it's a city with huge historical significance, so I really want to see it anyways. We purchased tickets for entry at the marina port and we went in from there. The place was packed and tour groups would block entire streets, making it difficult to pass. But once we found some of the side streets of the ancient town, we were really able to enjoy it. We could see the streets of the ancient city, walk inside their homes, and see the art on the walls and the ceilings, and go through museums and storage sites to see all the pots and other instruments they had. It was kind of hard to look at the casts of the people that were there during the eruption, but it was pretty interesting too. The next day, we decided to try and climb Vesuvius ourselves because, as I mentioned before, the tickets for the standard 20-minute hike to the crater were sold out. Well, we got off at Treccasi station with the plan of catching a taxi to the trailhead for Vesuvius. Unfortunately, there was no taxi, so we're walking the 5-ish kilometers from the Treccasi station? From the Treccasi station to the trailhead. And then we will start the 14-kilometer hike, 7 kilometers up, 7 kilometers down, about 600 meters of elevation gain.
We can see the trail ahead of us. It's way up there.
Unexpected walk to the trailhead. It had some pretty cool views of Vesuvius. So our plan for today is to hike on Mount Vesuvius. We've been hiking for about 5 kilometers since we left the metro station up to this spot right here, and it's closed. So we're gonna try and find an alternate route in, and if not, we've explored this beautiful town, we've seen a new place, we'll get back on the metro and we'll get back to our apartment. Well, that was a lot of walking, but we think we have another option for getting to a different trailhead to get us to Vesuvius. Though the area to get there seems to be a bit of a dumping ground for garbage. Here we are, another luxury tour brought to you by Chris and Emily. Okay, but we'll keep going. Well, 2 hours after we've gotten off the train, and I think we finally made it into Vesuvius National Park. Yay! We're seeing cars, which makes me wonder if we finally found a trailhead. Okay, we're on a trail. We see Vesuvius in front of us, and we're in the national park. We've been walking and hiking for about 2.5 hours now. This trail probably takes us to the top if we want to, but
It looks like it's really long. We're not sure what the weather's doing, and so we're probably going to turn around at this point. We've gotten our exercise in, we've gotten our hike in, we've been able to see some beautiful views. We've been able to see Mount Vesuvius up close. So we've gotten pretty much what we wanted to out of our day today. So we're just going to sit here, have a little bit of food, and then turn around and head back to the train station.
Lunch is some sandwiches and granola bars. While we were having lunch, we noticed a few other trails, so we're going to try and explore those for a few minutes before we go back.
We've changed our minds. We're going to walk a little farther.
Looks like there's an abandoned estate of some sort around here. A few smaller buildings, a big house, and what seems to be a very deep swimming pool.
This must have once been such a beautiful spot to live, with the water views over there, Mount Vesuvius behind us. We're not going to go inside. You can see the tiles that have been falling off the roof onto the ground. So we're going to stay out here. I just love these unexpected things we discover when things don't quite go according to plan. And this is where we end up.
Now it's time to head back for real. The sky is looking ominous and we don't want to get caught out here in a storm.
Well, our day didn't go at all as planned, but that's what travel is all about. That's what we love about travel, is discovering new things, and when things don't go exactly as planned, learning new stuff and figuring it out from there.
For our last day in Sorrento, we're doing an urban hike to take in the coastline. The walk took us past tons of olive groves with green nets set up to catch the olives as they fall so that they can be more easily harvested. Then we ended up with a stunning view of the water and the coastline. It was a windy day, but thankfully it was also pretty warm, so we were able to stand there and just get mesmerized by the water. And that's it for our time in Sorrento. Tomorrow we head back to Naples so we can catch a bus to Bari and then take an overnight ferry back to Greece. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to keep watching our adventure.